Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, you're very welcome. My name is Lee, intuitive wellbeing coach and teacher, and today we're going to look at the energy for the month of August 2025. So, what a month July has been. What a month every month has been in this year of completion, number 9 year of the snake. And it is not letting up, is it? So, but what you have to understand is it's all for our highest good. And if you've ever been through intense periods, stressful times, when you look back at those, you've learned so much. You're like a very different person. We always reclaim lost parts of ourselves. So just remember that. I know it's difficult when we're in it. So today, when am I recording? Oh, I'm recording this on the 9th. So yesterday was the 88 portal Lion's Gate, and today is the 9th of August. Apologies, a bit late, but I was recording an activation for Lion's Gate, which I'll pop below. I'll talk about it a bit later because it's extremely powerful and highly recommended. And I've had many of you reach out just about the content of it and the activations and the downloads and stuff that you were feeling and seeing. So yeah, it is extremely powerful. The Lionsgate window is still open until around the 12th of August, but I sort of feel it's open until the end of August. Anyways, I think it's leading us really until the 9-9 portal. So it's actually the 999 portal is massive. These are the two most potent dates of this year, actually, is 8, and then 999. And just as I say that 9, because it's the 9th of September, but it's also a 9-year. Massive triple portal of completion. But I'm hearing, do you know, obviously 999 is emergency services. So I'm just feeling that's why many of us are going through a lot of emergencies, a lot of heightened stress and a lot of heightened energy coming at us. So that is why I think the activation it's got such a mixture of things. It's got the Reiki healing, integrated energy therapy, it's got shamanic soul retrieval, it's got, psychic surgery in it. So there is great healing in it, but also it's got opportunities. So we go through 3 gates basically in it. We arrive in Egypt and we are presented right in front of the pyramids, and we have the sphinx. Our sphinx, I don't know how you pronounce that, which is the head of a lion and the body of a man. And we are guided to touch that, and it turns into a lion. And then the lion guides us up the steps and into the pyramid. But it's a healing temple, and the lioness steps forward, who is also Sekhmet. Now, Sekhmet is the goddess of war. She is the lion-headed sister goddess of Isis, the ultimate priestess. She is here to help us with war. It's a warrior energy. To help us with the next stage of our life, whatever is coming up for us, okay? And then she guides us to a beautiful crystal healing bed, and we receive healing from the beautiful bee energy. There's about hundreds and hundreds of queen bees come in and give us healing. The honey is probably the most powerful healing substance there is, and the honeybee is connected to the Melissa priestesses as well, okay? And then there's many felines also walking about this temple, helping us with intuition. Intuition is the big download, okay? Following your intuition, getting clarity on where you are in your life, stepping forward from the place of intuition, which is your feminine energy, grounded feminine energy, okay? That flow, all right? That is the key to everything. Then we go through the next gate. It's like a vortex opens, and we enter the heart, like a heart, our heart, but it's a heart temple, and there we meet the dragons. There is 2 dragons, a 5D emerald green dragon for the heart, and then a 9D feminine Amika dragon who is carrying our desires. This 8-8 Lion's Gate is a time of abundance. What are you calling in? And for many of us, the reason we don't have it is because we're not a vibrational match. So that is what the activation does. It clears the way to help raise your vibration to be a match for what you're calling in. And then you get downloads, and we help turn that light bulb on, the intuition switch, to then give you the inspired action for moving forward to bring that desire to you, because it's not just about sitting back and waiting for it, okay? But a lot of it is the light is streaming in, and that's really, Lionsgate's all about, and the 88 portal, it's all about alignment. It's all about, and there's lots of different things written about it, and it's all just distraction. It is a powerful energy. It's a powerful portal. I've worked with it for years. It's an opportunity if you want to avail of it. If you don't, that is okay too. But lots of light is streaming in from the star Sirius. It's basically the link between the Earth and Orion's belt, okay, the galactic Orion's belt, and the stars within that, which is also connected to the hunter energy. It's a warrior. And Cyrus, which is Isis's beloved, but I'm not going to go into all of that. The star Sirius, the sun, and the pyramids, and it's like this alignment. So it's like a window that is opened, and then it closes again. But you know, it's there. If you want to avail of it or not, it doesn't matter. So what I have explained a lot of this. I'll post the link to the activation. It's a very small energy exchange because of the level of healing and work that was put into it. And, you know, there has to be an energy exchange. Otherwise, everything gets knocked out of balance and you won't make the best use of it either. It'll not serve you either or me, okay? And I spent a lot of time writing the copy of detailing what is happening at this time in the copy. Even if you don't buy it, read that. And obviously, you're listening to this video. So, yeah, then the third gate is where we actually arrive on Sirius, the star Sirius, our spiritual sun. And I'm going to be quiet in a wee minute, by the way. But it's just so powerful. Like, you can feel the energy as I'm talking about it. Words cannot describe it, and I can't really explain it on paper. Just people have messaged me. I'm like, that's it. Because when I'm bringing it through, I'm seeing it for the first time. I'm channeling it. I'm going, what on earth does that mean? So the Lyrans come through, which are a feline feminine being. They were the first humanoids, actually. And they are coming in alongside the Lemurians, the heart-centered conscious, both very feminine. They're very similar, actually. They look like, and I never put the link before, they look like the Avatar, you know, the movie Avatar, where they are quite feline and cat-like, but then the body of, you know, a man, a human, and galactic. So that is activating the dormant DNA. You know, we have that all within us. So to help us move forward, cat energy is intuition. It is strength, power, warrior. Yeah, power. Number 8 is connected to power. The codes we're receiving, number 8, number 7, number 8, number 9. Okay, are the major codes. 7 is wisdom, downloads. Number 8 is power, balance, abundance, unlimited wealth, and then number 9 is completion. Okay, I've shown a slot machine, 889, and then 999. So yeah, I'll probably bring another activation through for 999, I feel, actually, as well. But sure, let's just see the energy for August. Today is an Aquarius full moon, so what are we releasing? And yeah, I've just explained Lionsgate. So I'm actually going to just keep it really simple today because I don't have a lot of time. I have to take my daughter to football here. And yeah, she doesn't really want to go. And I think that's really important, that we got to get comfortable being uncomfortable for a bit to achieve our dreams. We're going to have to step into, if you want things to happen, or if you want whatever you're calling it, there's going to be a commitment, a discipline, and an action required. And there's days where you'll not want to do that. So it's got to get your big girl pants on, get your big boy pants on, and just show up for you. Okay, so I'm going to pick 8 cards only. All right, that's what I'm hearing, to keep it really simple, because I've been talking for 8 minutes. Let me just take the last bit of my cacao. Yeah. Okay, so what is the main guide, please, collectively working with us? Like, oh, it's flew out. Love that. Open channel. So Sanat Kamara. So, and of course, Mary Magdalene. So there's our 2 cards. All right. Sacred, you're the answer. Be guided to your purpose. This is the divine feminine energy of the dark feminine. Okay, of a woman in her power, in her light, that is within all of us as males and females, that is awakening these codes, these high frequency codes of the feminine that are awakening, that are so powerful and sacred. Okay, Sanat Kamara is also, he's head of the Great Brotherhood of Light, a again, I'm not going to go into that now, but that is a divine masculine, divine feminine supporting us, and he is opening a channel for you at the minute for it all to stream in. And that's why you could be feeling headaches, you could be feeling nauseous, you could be feeling emotional. It is important to stop, it's important to ground, it's important to sleep, even if you don't know what's going on. When you receive downloads, and particularly if you do that activation, you will feel a bit icky afterwards. You will feel, well, not that many people have messages saying they feel amazing, but it can affect people in different ways because our body is quite dense and these light codes are coming in. That's why I did the activation, to actually help bring the light in, because it's clashing with the heavy body. Bring it in and filter through, and then you purge anything that's not in alignment and anything that is not of the light to increase your frequency, because we are all being guided to this higher timeline now, okay? That is what you've called in. But that does require, obstacles coming up to be released and some sacred action. So signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. I have like a mentorship group, and we did a group call a few days ago, and it was all about intuition, trusting your intuition. And for me, yes, you can sit and meditate, but that's not the be all and end all. And if that's not happening for you, and that won't happen for many, because many are in a busy period, they're rushing from here, there, everywhere. If they sit down, they just don't have the space in their head, because all of these other things come in that they need to do. So, just I get my best ideas movement, actually doing some yoga, maybe going for a walk, doing the hoovering, the gardening, the cutting of the grass, so it's like a present, but a little bit of movement where I'm zoning out from the phone and zoning out from the outside world and other people. And that's why I encourage you to do daily, weekly cord cutting. Very important. I did a very first meditation I did this year was a cord cutting meditation. I will pop it below. It is extremely important because not all of it is yours, okay? There are signs, and there's signs everywhere to help you with your intuition. Just understand we have like 4, let's say just intuitives, or, they're called the clairs. So you're either strong in seeing, hearing, feeling, or knowing. All right, I am very much the feeling. I feel it in my own body. But it can be my stuff, it can be other people's stuff. It's what makes me a good healer and I'm like a medical intuitive. I can see right in, which is why bringing these activations forward is really, really important and really strong and really powerful. But you might just be more auditory, more hearing, and knowing. So strengthen those, get to know what that is and practice that on little things, okay, to increase and get confidence in your intuition, okay? So what guides, and I'm seeing the top of this here is, I'm hearing karmic board clearing. So we're clearing a lot of karma, which would make sense actually, because it is a number 9 year of completion. So you're an open channel right now, but you need to protect that channel too. Journal in, see what wants to come through. You need to be slowing down and creating space. Okay, so what animal guides? I'm going to just do animal guides collectively, so it's not me personally. All collective animal guide or guides collectively that wants to come out. This has came out quite a lot in my sessions and in the activation, and I put it back because it looks a bit scary. I will be honest, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna look at that card too, and there's the honeybee, yeah. Leadership. You're stepping into leader, you're stepping into your creation codes. This is Ganesh energy, clearing blocks for abundance to come in. The links, okay? It says secrets. So it just feels that you're going to see the truth of a lot of things around you, and that is a little bit scary. We can be trudging on, getting on with life, just doing our best, and then you're like, oh my goodness, you see the truth of something. But trust you're ready to see it. It is difficult at the time, but it is what you're calling in, especially if you're calling in clarity. All right, so some secrets to be revealed. Yeah. I'm going to leave it there, the links. If I have time, I want to read the book and what it says about the links, because I do avoid that. It's a bit of a scary cat. I used to be scared of cats, so that was me not trusting my intuition either, even though I'm a Leo, that's card number 2. Yeah, and she's wearing a mask as well, so it's very much taking this mask off. Look at the big claws. Okay, okay. Now, do you know what? Let's read it now. Sorry, hold on. Let me try and find the book. I need to understand this a wee second. Okay, so it'll be easy enough because this is an easy book. All right. Your word is your bond. Do not gossip or entertain gossip, as all may not be as it seems. Be shrewd about who you share your confidential information with. A little mystery can be a good thing, but keeping secrets that are detrimental to others may not be. There is some news worth sharing, but be discerning. And then this book gives you the myth of the lynx, which I have to sort of read the symbolism of. After man had suffered many famines, the goddess Demeter decided to share the secrets of agriculture with humans. There was a sacred field of wheat, grain in Eleusis, that when it grew was golden. As it was enhanced, it would grow and prosper, always providing enough to eat. One of Demeter's favourites and devotee, the son of the god Sirius, was Tripolis. Would be an ideal person to spread the seeds of the special grain and impart the wisdom. So he said the secrets with him and lent him her own chariot pulled by 2 mighty serpents, instruct him to teach men how to work the fields. He was a fine man and did what the goddess instructed. He worked his way through Europe, ended up where he met King Lioness, Lyn as in lynx, Lyncus. Lyncus realised the incredible value of the secrets held and wanted this power and status for himself. He snuck into his chamber and raised a sharp dagger over his heart and killed him in his sleep. This is interesting. But the mighty Demeter saw this. She stopped Lyncus and transformed him into a lynx, secretive animal, so he would hold the secret to himself forever. Lynx are beautiful, intelligent wildcats, of which there are 4 species. They're quite secretive animals, very athletic and camouflaged. Their name comes from the word leek, which refers to brightness, because the only thing most people would see about this elusive creature were his eyes reflectively glow in the dark. So the lynx magic can be utilised when you need to keep a secret or stop gossip. It's the perfect magic to weave when you are making a vow to yourself or another, a magic that is wild in its nature, focused in its intent. There's a couple of messages I'm getting with this. Number one, I really struggle to be around people that talk about other people. And don't get me wrong, when I was younger, I did this. I think it was a world that we lived in, and it was just something that you did, and you didn't really realise you were doing it. But when you become awakened, you go, oh my God. And it's really quite toxic. Talking about anybody else, judging anybody else without even knowing who they are and their story. Everybody has their own story. Everybody is just doing the best they can. And it's a really heavy energy to judge. I get judged all of the time. And people don't know me. And I'm such a good person. And judgment is there's a really good book called The Judgment Detox, actually. And I highly recommend it by Gabrielle Bernstein as an intro. But it's a difficult thing, and it's been a way of the world. But words are spells, so it only affects you. And you might be somebody that's maybe struggling to be around that also, like me. And also don't judge that person, because it's all they know too. But what I'm also hearing is I'm being shown the Ankh. I'm being shown the divine sacred feminine. And for years it was the feminine that actually ruled the world. It was the feminine that were the leaders, not the masculine. And it was the Lemurians, the feminine race, Lemurians, and the felines of the Lyrans. And what the feminine did was they wanted to help the masculine, so they handed it all over to them. And there was meant to be then we walk forward as an equal, but that didn't happen. And there was a period of descension with Atlantis, Syrians. There's all sorts of stuff has happened, and we're now in a period of ascension, but we have to be discerning and make sure that we're not. There is people that will trick. There is people that will, you just have to use your intuition. Does it feel right? Does it not? Without judging the other person, without being in fear and not doing anything. This is very hard to explain, but hopefully you're getting it. But what I'm being shown is the Ankh, and the Ankh was a sacred symbol of healing that was given to the high priest. It was given to those that were able to be discerning and to use it for good. And now I'm being shown that many of you have done a lot of work, have a really high consciousness, and are ready to step forward and receive these gifts now, which is really lovely. okay? I'm going to have leaves in 10 minutes, so I'm just going to pull 4 cards. Let's just do 4 cards, please. What's the main energy we're working through in August, please, for collectively? That's 1 card. What is the main dragon energy? Dragon energies help to clear the way. So we're going to send this dragon on ahead to help clear the way. Okay, so what's the main dragon energy collective for August that will help us, please? I can hear my daughter making her breakfast, bless her. Thank God the sun's come out for her because it was raining. She would have done it, like, but collectively, card for action. An action card here, an action, shamanic action card for August to get through August. And then some angelic guidance, please. Some angelic guidance, please, collectively for the people watching to help them in August. I love August. I'm a Leo. It's my birthday next Sunday. Okay, the Order of Michelle's deck. Embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. Michelle's deck is all about learning. See if I could find him in this deck. Don't want to really waste time, but he's in this deck also as he's a main guide. He almost looks like godlike. The Great Father, like a Saturn energy, which is all about discernment and discipline. And I can smell her sourdough, it's making me hungry. Where is Michelle's deck, please? Michelle's deck. Of course, it's going to be right at the end, which it always is, isn't it? He's not even there at all. I have missed him. He's hiding. Michelle's deck is the higher learning. So I feel like you're being asked, many of yous, like, missions are being uncovered at the minute. Many of yous are like, what is my purpose? What am I here to do? Bored and job, blah, blah, blah. But yet, it's like, what do I do? And I think that's why the intuition is coming in and that higher timeline. And that's why you have to be patient with it as it hits 22 on the clock. And yeah, mission uncovered, don't give up. Just allow the light in, the Order of Michelle's deck. Divine knowledge, that's him there. Divine knowledge. Higher learning, commit to your vision through study. So that means if you're feeling called to like do a course, feeling called to just like, hi, YouTube's brilliant. There's lots of books out there. There's lots of podcasts. Like, you don't have to spend money to learn stuff. And it's amazing. Downloads come through when you read books. So yeah, there's divine mission at the bottom. Make choices from the heart. And that's what we're moving with this Aquarius full moon today. We're moving into this Aquarian age, the heart healing. And all of if you imagine we've got the 7 chakras, the heart like is the bridge between the two. So a lot of our wounds are held in the heart. And really when we do healing, we're lifting a layer. We can't just rip it all off, you know, and that's why healing can take a bit of time. You just got to be patient with it, okay? Earth and Fire Dragon. It's time for service, yeah. When you give, you receive. And in the last energy reading for July, I talked about this. If you're giving too much, receive. If you're receiving, then you need to give. It was one of the card readings at the end. This is actually Earth and Fire Dragon. This is my symbol here, the spiral. And the spiral is like the snake as well, eating its own tail. So fire and earth works with you to clear the 5th dimensional ley lines. So the ley lines in the earth. So we're sending this fire dragon. So visualizing your intention. We do this in the activation, actually. We bring it in. It's like a bob and ball. And then we end up with it inside us at the end. But visualize your intention. And now for me. And then let's just visualize it like that. And then just give it to the dragon. And ask the dragon to just head off and start to bring it towards you. Start to clear the way, clear the ley lines. And I encourage you, if you're stuck in life, if you're struggling, do something for somebody else. That's what I'm hearing. Give to others. It will really, really help shift your vibration. Okay, that kindness. There's many people need it at the minute. Okay. When you work with me in a one-to-ones, you know, I often give a lot of different things. you know, for free, or I'm here, you know, my time in between sessions, you know, I'm just always there. And I think that's important within my own boundaries, like not Saturday night at 9 o'clock, you know. The elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Move beyond ancestral patterns. So yeah, this was coming up in a few sessions, like ancestral winds passed down through generations. Particularly if you think about, you know, think about the feminine. Okay, think about, we're talking about Mary masculine. Yesterday I had a masculine, and we're talking about the masculine, the fathers and the grandfathers and the men and the ego passed down, you know, to protect their what's theirs, okay, which is just based on fear. And this new divine masculine is asking to be born, you know, that is very sensitive, embracing his feminine, his gifts, but not needing to defend, protect, or just knowing who he is, stepping forward from a place of love. It's the same with the feminine. The feminine, you know, holds a lot of resentment, a lot of anger for having to, you know, just, you know, do and provide and support the masculine for many generations and years. That all gets built up, you know, the ancestral lineage. So we're being asked to shed that old skin and move forward. But there will still be old patterns. And that's why a lot of us will be sort of will be slotted, landed in a family where it's a bit difficult because we're the one that's strong enough to change the pattern. Okay? No fault blame. Okay, that's the most important thing, because that keeps you stuck. Okay? Last card, which I cannot end on. So we obviously have picked 9 cards today, which makes sense, as it's a 9 year. Wait. Wait for what? Wait for divine timing. Wait for things to fall in place. Wait for the codes to integrate, I'm hearing. Wait. There is stuff that you're wanting to be doing. I'm hearing, and you might not like what I'm saying here, but you gotta wait till the end of the year. This lot has to be cleared, has to be shown, has to be played out in many different areas with many different people. It's not just you. Okay, wait. What card deck? Will I use the same one? Yeah, let's use the same one. Okay, so what other angel message have we got to end on? Whoever be watching. Yeah, we need to recover. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I'm hearing to recover from the last 5 years, from 2020. We're still recovering from that. Many people are physically recovering, but emotionally recovering, because COVID was not just COVID. COVID was linked back to the times of Atlantis, the time of a great dissension, a time of deception, of trickery. This is a whole other topic. And, you know, they say that, you know, the COVID itself imitated drowning, and that was Atlantis, you see. It was all here. So that's why many are still clearing from that. Just as I say that, my cortisol, the heat has just come up. So many of us are still really stressed from that time, from the change, from the world, from taking, you know what, do you know what I mean? So, there, improving health. And you know what? See, okay, thank you, this is great. Clarity, simple today, thank you. Sometimes I can go off on a tangent, I know that. What I have to work on. Improving health. Fill your cup up first. Look at that. Look at that spiral. Improving health. And you're being asked to, so I can hear my daughter hovering. You're being asked to work on your physical body. So whenever you want to manifest anything, you have to manifest from the level of the physical. You start with your physical body. You start with your diet. You start with exercise. You create a discipline there. That's the Pentacles energy, which is abundance. You start with, you know, your physical work, your physical boundaries, your home, decluttering, all of that. 2 minutes. I have to go. It's just like, doesn't like being late. That's her ADHD, bless her. So, yeah, so anything physically to improve that health, you know, acupuncture, Reiki, walking, sleep, self-regulating, as I'm talking about, you know, my daughter there, okay? Anything, you know what you need to do. We all know what we need to do. I do have a great course for this if you want to try it. And I'm happy to give you a discount code on it. So the hormone balance course is amazing. It's an 8-week course. I will pop the link below. It's got guidance on diet. There's yoga in it. There's a 30-minute yoga for each week, 30-minute meditation for each week, but it's a healing meditation. There is journaling prompts in it. And then there is recipes and guidance on diet. You fill a questionnaire out, you actually send it to me, so you get a little bit of one-to-one with me online. And then it's there for you to dip in and out of whenever you need it. It's really fabulous, to be honest. And it would be a really good place to start. It's just an option. And I can, if anybody wants that, just reach out to me and I'll give them a code for 20% off. Yeah. So, or I'll just pop the code below actually. So yeah, I'll pop the code below and then see how you go. But if not, go and we all know what we need to do. The key is keep it simple. Okay, don't give yourself an awful lot, especially with diet. Just start increasing your water. Just start going for a walk and movement. Start maybe going to bed earlier, putting the phones away. We have 4 bodies, remember? Spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. Okay. Many of us just focus on the physical, which is the masculine, and then we crash. We have 2 masculine, feminine energies. So go with something that works for you. Don't give yourself too much to do because then you'll give up. You have to sort of be okay with it. Not necessarily enjoy it, but not be like, oh my God, I hate this. Okay. And your body needs to detox. So give it some time. All right. I do need to go. Much love and I'm wishing you a lovely August. And yeah, I'll pop the links below to the activation and various things I talked about. And if I forget anything, please message me. All right. Lots of love. Take care.